Hey there, and welcome. If you've ever lived in a community with a homeowners association, you definitely know the feeling. You need one simple piece of information, like what are the pool hours or what's the rule about trash cans? And suddenly you're on this incredibly frustrating scavenger hunt.
Does this question sound familiar? Yeah, I bet it does. It's the one residents ask over and over and over again. And look, if you're feeling that way, you are not alone. And as we're about to see, the problem, well, it isn't you. So let's dive into what I call the communication maze. Because really, that's the heart of the problem. It's not about people being unresponsive or difficult. It's about this tangled, confusing web of systems that we're all forced to navigate just to stay in the loop.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Where are you supposed to look for info? You've got emails flying around, maybe some paper flyers tacked to a bulletin board. There's that resident portal you can never remember the password for, and of course the community social media group. It's a mess. It's completely fragmented.
And the crazy part is, each of these methods is kind of unreliable on its own. That super important email about a water shutoff? Yeah, that can easily get buried between junk mail and a dozen work messages. It's just not a dependable system for critical updates. And physical flyers, come on. A meeting time changes, an event gets rescheduled, and boom, that piece of paper is instantly wrong. They're a snapshot in time, and that time passes very, very quickly.
You know, social media seems like a great idea, right? But what actually happens? The official announcement about the new landscaping gets completely buried under someone selling an old couch, a complaint about a neighbor's dog, and a dozen other posts that have nothing to do with anything. The actual information just gets lost in the noise.
Okay, but this is the really big one. Management companies change. It happens. But when they do, all of that history, the past decisions, vendor contacts, previous announcements, it often just, poof, vanishes. The community's institutional memory gets totally wiped clean, and everyone has to start all over again from scratch.
So all of this leads us to a really central point. Why do these systems consistently let us down?
And here's the key insight, the thing you really need to get. The frustration isn't caused by people who don't care. It's caused by a broken system that makes finding clear, trustworthy information feel next to impossible. It's a system problem, not a people problem.
All right, so we've talked a lot about the problem, but what if there was a better way? This is where we get to the core idea of a single source of truth, a way to finally cut through all of that chaos.
Imagine this for a second. One official timeline. It's a single, verified place where both the board and the management company post. This way, you always know who is saying what, and every single bit of information is permanent. It becomes the community's official living record. And just look at the difference here. On social media, some algorithm decides what you see, and you're getting bombarded with ads and all sorts of viral nonsense. But on a unified timeline, everything is chronological and focused. Those off-topic arguments are replaced with professional, respectful communication. It is a night and day difference.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in practice? How does having one central place for everything make life easier for residents?
Well, let's take events. The HOA posts a meeting. With a single click, it's on your personal calendar. Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever you use. And just like that, missed meetings and forgotten deadlines, they pretty much become a thing of the past. It's so simple, and it just works.
And what about all those vital documents? The CCNRs, the architectural guidelines, the contact info for that approved plumber. It's all organized in one place, available 24/7. No more frantic searching through old emails or a clunky portal.
And for new residents, this is a total game changer. Instead of them having to ask 10 different people 10 different questions, the answer is always the same. Everything you need to know is right here. It makes joining the community so much smoother.
This system also transforms how you gather feedback. Instead of those endless, confusing email chains, the board can just post a simple poll. Should we repaint the fences green or brown? You get clear data, more residents actually participate, and decisions get made way more effectively.
So when you put all of these pieces together, what's the ultimate result? It's a fundamental shift from chaos to clarity.
Just look at this before and after. You go from scattered information to a single source of truth. Ongoing frustration gets replaced by informed residents. Board members aren't answering the same questions over and over, so you get smoother operations. And those chaotic management transitions, they become seamless because the community record stays right where it is.
See, the whole point is, this isn't about slapping a Band-Aid on a broken process.
It's about building a solid foundation, a permanent solution that replaces confusion with clarity year after year, no matter who's on the board.
And that leaves us with one final thought to consider. What would it mean for your community if its knowledge, its decisions, and its history could be preserved forever? What if you could create a true, lasting foundation for everyone who lives there? Think about that. Thanks for watching.